Hi there, I'm Dr. Allison Johnson, Doctor of Oriental Medicine, and I'm here today with my friend Jean Collins, Master of Young Living, and we're here to talk about brain health and how we can help our brains function better. It's a passion of mine. I'm into youth, vitality, and staying younger longer, basically. And so brain health is a really big piece of that, especially with all the degenerative brain diseases we're seeing these days. So let's get started now at any age, help that brain stay healthier. And I'd like to introduce Jean Collins.
Hi, you guys. How are you all doing? I love that, and I so agree with that, Allison, on wanting to help people stay younger and how important our brain is. I do anything with health and wellness. I've been using Young Living since December 2007. It's changed my life, so I feel like I need to continue sharing that and moving forward to really improve, especially on that emotional thing, because we are really stressed out right now with everything that's going on globally. That can cause stresses, I should say. Hopefully you're not stressed out. Hopefully you have tools. I know I have been using my essential oils. Allison, what are some of the other things you've been doing?
I've definitely been using essential oils too, and you're such an inspiration to me because aside from whatever life deals you, you're like, what am I going to use with my essential oils? And Young Living products give you a whole spectrum of different things to use. So today we're going to talk about a liquid supplement with essential oils you can take internally because the quality of Young Living is so high. And then also some external application of oils that can really help cool and calm the brain. When we think about brain health, often you'll see supplements that have things in it that are very warming and like invigorating to increase the circulation to the brain. That is not the method we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about kind of the other style, which is that the brain needs to be cooled down a little bit. So in Chinese medicine and Ayurveda, both ancient medicines of the world, thousands of years old, the brain and the head area is thought to be very hot. And if we look at this in the science that we know today, we do understand that the brain has a lot of electrical activity in it. And therefore, it has that kind of hot and active energy. And that's fine. But when that gets too much, it starts to cause inflammation in the brain. And therefore, we're not functioning optimally. And the brain is basically the leader of the central nervous system. And so we need to have a happy and healthy brain. And with chronic stress and chronic inflammation from toxins in the home, from the food we eat, from any variety of things, our body is just in a very inflammatory state. And especially this time of year in the summer, everything's hotter if you look at nature. And so we're a mirror of nature too. And so this time of year, those kinds of symptoms may be exacerbated. And so we really want to take action with the tools we have and start to cool that down.
I like how you mentioned that we're mirroring nature, and I never really thought of that. So thank you. That's a great insight. One of the reasons why I choose to use peppermint more now is because it's cooling, and I don't use it as much in the winter because of like I don't want to be cold when I go outside. I want to be warm. There's a few different ways you can use it. We can use it topically. If I want to be more cool, I usually put it on the back of my neck because that's one of those spots that helps regulate your temperature. The other thing with topical use, if you are using it with other oils, as we're going to mention a few other oils today, peppermint is best to be put on last because it's also a pusher for essential oils. The other way we can really cool down from the inside out is the peppermint vitality. So I want to let you guys know that these are just different labels, the same qualities in there as Allison already mentioned. Young Living has a commitment to quality. It's called Seed to Seal, and you guys can look that up later. But the white label talks about the internal use. I'm going to add a little drop to my Ningxia Red. Remember, 1 drop of peppermint is equal to 28 cups of peppermint tea. So it's nice with Ningxia Red because it has fattiness to help the oil slowly release into the system. It's really good. It's awesome. I love it. So cheers.
Cheers! The Ningxia Red and peppermint internally. So like healthy and beneficial to your tissues, your organs, and your brain. I wanted to mention things that move us away from that and kind of in the wrong direction, which is diet sodas. Now, they've been around for a long time. Nowadays, they might use things like Splenda in it, but the traditional diet soda or Crystal Light or something like that, even gums, many of them have NutraSweet, or aspartame is its other name, in them. This substance has been shown to basically increase a brain toxicity, this kind of excitotoxicity is what it's called. So it's an excitotoxin. And we don't want that. That's going to not increase our brain health. So I really would encourage you to stop using anything that has NutraSweet in it, NutraSweet aspartame. It's even in yogurts and stuff like that. It's in a lot of things. So it adds a very sweet taste. There are other options for sweetness if you want to have them, such as stevia, which is in the Ningxia Red, and monk fruit, which is becoming more popular these days, and xylitol, which is from either corn or birch trees. All of those I highly recommend. Any of the artificial lab created ones I'm more skeptical of, and especially NutraSweet having been shown to just increase your brain's inflammation. That's not helping anybody. It can lead to headaches and all kinds of troubles. So what you can do is use things like the Ningxia Red in carbonated water with an added vitality oil, and just have a delightful drink that's still slightly sweet. You could even do the vitality oils alone with the carbonated water, or maybe a flavored carbonated water plus the vitality oil, and have just a delightful soda-like experience and actually be helping yourself and not hurting yourself.
Yeah, exactly. I love adding Ningxia Red to my seltzers, and I know we ran out of seltzers. We use it a lot, and sometimes it is nice to just change the flavor, either with peppermint or citrus fresh vitality or lavender vitality. It's up to you what you really like. I usually do more of the citrus oils when I add like lavender or Juvaflex or other vitality oils. It's more for a supplement aspect or that cleansing aspect. So when I'm trying to make it enhance the flavor, it's like lime vitality or orange or that citrus fresh vitality. And the Ningxia Red, it really just helps with energy, which is awesome. And it does have the wolfberry in it.
Yeah, the wolfberry, or in Chinese medicine in the Materia Medica, it's called Goji Berry or Gojitsu, is the main ingredient in the Ningxia Red, and it's what gives it that beautiful red color. And as if you may know that things like berries, so like blueberries, raspberries, especially, have this antioxidant quality. In fact, a lot of these high antioxidant foods, also beets, also red wine, also coffee, also spirulina, things like that. Those are all what are called superfoods, and the reason that they are is because they have a high antioxidant quality, and that antioxidant means like anti-oxygen damage. And so when there's a lot of stress and inflammation in the body, there's a lot of oxidation going on. And so these antioxidants come in and kind of soothe and revitalize the body. Remember that the body, it has a great intelligence by itself, just needs us to not overload it with all this stuff, and we can get rid of toxins in our home and do all these other things, which is going to help reduce that load, and then we can help the body support it in its revitalizing capacity. It's always healing. You get a little scratch, it starts healing it already before you even know.
Yeah.
So let's encourage it and just become more vital and more healthy.
Yes, yeah, I totally agree. It's our body is smart, and it's kind of going a little bit back to the brain, and then I'll talk about the Ningxia Red and why it's a little different than most other goji berries. But since our body is so smart and it has that capability, it's smarter than even the computers that we've created. Especially our brain and our central nervous system. It is our motherboard. It's the epicenter. It's where we're really taking information, and it controls everything. It's controlling my hand movement, and it's just really cool. So with Ningxia Red, and the difference with Ningxia Red from other goji berries, and there's 17 species. The Ningxia wolfberry has the phytonutrient profile where it has more vitamin C than oranges. So it's higher in vitamin C than oranges. It's higher in beta carotene than carrots. And it also has vitamin E and protein, as well as amino acids and 21 trace minerals, 6 fatty essential acids, vitamins B1, B2, and B6. So Ningxia Red has also, it's a puree. So when you first get it, and I know this is a small bottle, obviously I drink a lot of it. It's good for you. But it'll have like a different color at the bottom, and you have to shake it up because it's a puree and it gets the skin of the wolfberry. It comes in a 2-pack, so that's roughly about a month for an individual. It's about a month because you get 2 ounces a day. There's also these cute little ones that are the 2 ounces, so you don't even have to think about it or measure it out. You just know. And it's great. It's perfect for you. There is also a starter kit with the Ningxia Red, so you can start with Young Living with these great products.
Wonderful. I love this. This is an ancient, food herb type substance, goji berries. And then what Young Living's done with this modern technology of like picking the best one that has the, best nutrient profile and then preparing it in a certain way to be able to take it in this shot form and combining it with these essential oils, which are only going to create more antioxidants and more just benefits for the entire body. So that's amazing. And then that's one way you can do it internally. And then we can also do external application of things like geranium, sandalwood, and chamomile are the ones we picked today to really help calm and cool the nervous system, decrease the inflammation in the brain, and just therefore increase your brain health, increase your cognition, increase your sense of well-being. Take all that static that's going on up here and just calm it down.
It just helps us have that joy, that happiness, and with stress we can sometimes create issues, and we're going to be using things like geranium, and geranium is awesome because it's great for releasing any negative emotions or negative thought patterns, and also nervous tension. Like stress, anxiety comes with that nervousness, so we want to remove that, and geranium is a beautiful way. And then with that, there's also sandalwood. And sandalwood is a tree oil. So all tree oils are very grounding, right? And sandalwood also, though, helps with sleep. So it's great for sleeping. And we know that if we get adequate amount of sleep, then we're going to perform better, and we're going to have a better functioning of our brain and just be able to do things more. Young Living does have 2 sandalwoods. Today we are talking about the Royal Hawaiian Sandalwood. And with the topical application, you are going to really help with having the essential oil go to the blood-brain barrier. Sandalwood is thicker, as you guys saw with me dropping it and kind of having to wait, and I just got the 1 drop. When you use sandalwood topically, you're going to put it, well, there's a few different ways, but one of the ways is to have it at the hairline, that base of the brain stem, just to help with it getting directly to your brain, right? But then the other way, because remember, essential oils work on the mind, body, and spirit, and it's the topical, the aromatic. When you're smelling it, it also goes to the brain, to that limbic center of the brain. So when you're using essential oils like sandalwood and geranium, you can use them together for the brain health, right? And with the brain health, you can put it on your face, because geranium and sandalwood are great for your skin as well. So it's that sandalwood and that geranium are that topically, they're going into the bloodstream. Then especially sandalwood, with sandalwood, remember, it passes the blood-brain barrier. So when that happens, you're getting it multiple ways. You're smelling it, it's in your system, it's awesome. And then we have Roman chamomile, which is, we're going to focus on Roman chamomile today. Roman chamomile, it helps with dispelling anger, and it also helps with anxiety releasing. So it's just releasing any emotions, okay? And again, you can just apply it topically. There's really like no wrong area, because it is going to go into the system, into the bloodstream. But again, with focusing on the brain, you can either put it on your forehead or the back of the neck.
Those sound like such soothing, like nurturing oils. I know that I've come in contact with all of those oils before. And like we talked about in our other video about rose being this like pristine, like amazing oil, which takes like 22 pounds of roses to make the oil. Sandalwood, similarly, is a fairly expensive oil. But again, if you get it cut with jojoba oil, like in a lot of essential oils that are on the market today, or you have some weird fragrance oil that's made with sandalwood, they'll do this because it's so expensive to make these oils. And so they'll try to use kind of a substitution, but not Young Living. So they have two different sandalwood oils. And this Hawaiian one, I have a story from one of my essential oil books that in the old days before Hawaii was fully kind of colonized and whatnot, you could take a trip on a boat and you were almost there, and about 20 miles out, you could smell the sandalwood just wafting in the breeze before you even reach the island. And if you've ever experienced sandalwood, it's such a nervous system calming kind of thing. And in the ancient medicines, the geranium, sandalwood, and the chamomile, again, all have this calming, soothing influence. Rose would also be a great one we talked about in our other video.
With Young Living, we are all about the seed to seal and that quality commitment. Royal Hawaiian Sandalwood, it is from the farm, but it's called specifically reforestation, the Royal Hawaiian Reforestation, because with sandalwood, the reason why it is a higher price point is because of the processing. It has to be a certain amount in the ground and a certain years old to process the sandalwood. So not only is it a quality thing, but it's a sustainability and commitment to Mother Nature. And that's another awesome thing with Young Living. And you did kind of mention the price, which is true. It's true. It is heftier, but when you are a Young Living member, a wholesale member, this is $97.50 the wholesale, but then the retail is $128.29. So the wholesale just makes more sense. Remember, it's like $1 a drop. It just helps you think so much better, especially with the sandalwood, because it passes that blood-brain barrier. And it's really cool when you have oils that do that and that have that quality. And that's another reason why you want to have that quality, because if something is passing the blood-brain barrier and it's mixed with something that's not organic, then that's not cool, right? As you can start, like I mentioned earlier, with the Ningxia Red. And you would probably have, if it was an individual, because it comes with the 2 bottles, 30 packets, so 30-day supply of the Ningxia Red, 2.5 months, 2 months, but you want to make sure that you have the quality of Young Living, and you're probably at this point thinking, hey, I think these are awesome, and I do really want to upgrade my health and move this forward. So if you're already a member, you want to probably add this to your Essential Rewards. If you're getting started, you can start with the Ningxia Red starter kit. And you might be like, what's Essential Rewards? Well, Essential Rewards is a monthly program where you can use your starter kit as your first month. And then you could add these other oils and you spend $50 a month. And then you get points to get free products. So it's like your cashback card. I mean, it's your credit card, but Young Living does it better because we start at 10% and go to 25%.
Over time, the Essential Rewards has like more and more benefits. Yeah, at like 6 months, a year, and so on.
Contact either Allison or myself. All of our contact info is below, and you'll be able to chat with us about the benefits of Essential Rewards.
Absolutely, and check out the Young Living website, which is linked below. Check out Jean's YouTube channel, which is linked below, and my Facebook page for Immortal Beauty for vitality, youthfulness, and health on all levels, including the brain. So if we want to keep that brain health, keep younger longer in our cognition, in our approach to life, and reduce stress, these are some tools that we shared with you today to help that. And then the Ningxia Red Starter Kit is going to be a great step in that direction. It's delicious. It's so good for you, and just benefit you more and more. And then if you get in the Young Living products, you'll want to buy. You'll be like, I have to spend $50 a month, no problem, right? There's so many wonderful things. I almost
Exactly.
have to meter it out because I try to be thrifty. So I'm like, okay, I'll just push that to next month. Okay, because I want to order it all at once because it's so amazing.
Yeah, yeah, no, exactly. And then there's other gifts and whatnot, and it's great. But yeah, I agree. There's definitely moments of like having more of a like a wish list, and you're like, okay, that's pretty pricey. That's up there, but it's my body. It's your temple. It's your temple, and you want to make sure that it's protected. And I mean, especially when you have things happen, it's so worth it. Like I used to be sick all the time. I'm not anymore.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know?
it's often those conditions that kind of force us into that, but why not be proactive about it, especially because we've all had those in our life at some point. It's like that preventative medicine,
Yeah,
which is
yeah.
what we're doing by taking great care of ourselves.
It's so true. It's so true, and it's so awesome to really be able to share that with people and to help them feel better. So yeah, stay connected with us and enjoy this. Share this with your friends, and just do whatever you can to stay healthy.
Yes, we're definitely in it for your health, and we're here to answer any questions, and our contact info is after the video as well as below. Thank you.
Bye.